Hi guys, welcome back to Falafel Reacts. We are reacting to Foodie Beauty's newest video, Medical Emergency in Syria is the title, and the thumbnail says, I almost died. So, it's a video, it's not a live stream, it's 12 minutes long. I have it at 2x speed. You know the drill, let's get into it.
Hello, Foodie Beauties. Well, hello there. I have exciting news. Cameos are now 20% off for my end of summer sale.
Why is there a cameo ad edited into a video where the thumbnail says I almost died? Is this about to be rage bait?
So stay cool, get a cold drink, and get a cameo now and don't delay. The sale only lasts for a week from today. I have merch.
What is going on? Did you not almost die, or... Oh. Okay. Well, let's see, I guess. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. A drain on resources. I have a feeling that I'm about to not feel sorry for her.
Scorpion in the Mortal Kombat.
Hello, guys.
He doesn't give a shit. He does not feel bad for her. So why should we?
I have a breakfast in Syria kind of book.
I know this bitch did not post a video where the thumbnail says I almost died, put in 2 ad clips, put in a clip of her on an oxygen tank, and now is showing us a 12-inch sandwich. I know that's not what's happening right now.
Just have breakfast
I fear it is.
with me. To drink, I have a slush.
She's trolling. She's trolling, and this is rage bait. And the saddest part about this is that it does not impact us. It does not impact me. After I finish this reaction, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to spend an hour on the elliptical, and I'm going to lift for 30 minutes. And you're going to be dealing with the repercussions of this meal that you just had as a diabetic, as someone that was on an oxygen tank and almost died 10 seconds ago.
Favorite, a grape slush, and the falafel. Aha, just like that. That makes it easy, hey?
Falafel reacts to falafel.
You might hear a bit of fan noise. I'm going to try to cut it out, but the audio might be a bit wonky. But so in the falafel, it's pita bread. There's tomatoes, potato. Because the camera angle sucks. Yeah.
Bread and falafel. Carbs and carbs. And a slushie for breakfast after she allegedly just died.
It has tomato, pickles, falafel, potato, tahini, whatever else. So, first bite for you guys. If you love falafel, and I'm going to talk a bit about. I did talk about this in a live stream, but not everyone watches my live streams all the time. Bismillah.
The double bite is sickening. Her goal is to stuff as much food as possible in her jaw and not chew it and just swallow it. This is trolling. And the sad part is, it's not having a negative impact on anyone except herself. That doesn't even look good. That does not look good in this context.
Solar. So, as you know, I came back to Syria. I was pretty tired from the travel. So, the next morning, kind of early, Salah took me to a private hospital here. There's government and private hospitals, just like in Kuwait. And told them all my symptoms, and they put me back in a room that had AC. The waiting area didn't have AC, but it had fans.
Is she dumb? Is she dumb? She went on a trip to Qatar for 1 week. She left Syria, went to Qatar to spend 1 week in the AC, ordering food, ordering multiple meals to her room, shoveling food down her gullet, making all of her health issues, her diabetes worse, came back after a day of traveling, was tired. Okay, well, you should be tired from your existence. Your existence is exhausting. You don't exercise. You're constantly eating food. You don't take care of any of your health issues. And you're diabetic and you don't take your insulin. So yes, you're tired. Has her man take her to the hospital. And her comment right now is that they did or didn't have AC. It's not your hospital. It's not your place to be. You are a drain on the resources, and your commentary is about whether or not they had AC for your fat ass.
Then they took me back into a room when I said I had chest pain, and well, not really chest pain, just shortness of breath and headache, and I was generally feeling unwell. Told them my history of having pulmonary embolism.
Yeah, of course you would feel unwell. Your existence, of course it would yield that. You do nothing to take care of yourself. You do nothing to preserve your health. Or even slightly mitigate any of the health issues that you have. So of course you're always feeling low energy, tired, terrible.
Also, just was concerned for my heart and stuff like that. Anyway, so they, gave me started.
I don't believe that. No, you're not. You're not concerned for your heart because this has already happened and now you're recounting it and you're eating a falafel sandwich and a fruit slushy for breakfast.
ID. Got a vein right away. I love that about the those who do the nurses, and
what a waste of a needle. What a waste of a needle on her in the context of Syria, in the context of a country that has freshly exited a civil war, freshly exited rule under a brutal dictatorship, was and currently is being bombed by Israel, is reeling, right? Is still trying to develop itself as a new country, is experiencing hyperinflation. The infrastructure, because of the bombings, is just, they haven't even had time. They have not been able to keep up with recouping infrastructure from civil war, from the Assad regime, now from the bombings. What a waste of a needle.
It was a male nurse, by the way, an older male nurse, and he got my vein right away. He's been doing it for like over 20 years. So he did that. The sun was in my face. Okay. Sorry, I had to move a bit because the sun. So basically, yeah. They took me back to like an intensive care unit area. How do you see?
Again with the AC comment. You don't get to comment on that. You don't get to have an opinion on that. You do not need to be there. I'm not saying that if you travel or are a tourist or are living in a country that's not your own, like this is not some kind of weird nationalistic thing where like only if you're American do you deserve healthcare in America. Only if you're from Hungary do you deserve healthcare in Hungary. Like that's not the point. It's less about that and more that in this specific context, the country in which she's in is just, it's in a hyper unique situation, right? We're not talking about a generic country that is experiencing economic difficulties. It's not that. It's a very specific place in the world that just, freshly exited a civil war, was under a brutal, like this year, like not that long ago, like all of this just happened. Is experiencing hyperinflation, all of the things that I mentioned, that is just happening. It's not like this is 10 years ago, it's recovering. It is such an extreme situation, is the point I'm trying to get across in Syria. And she's waltzing there. She does not need to be there. They are there because of her irresponsibility in Kuwait. That's why they're there. Because she had no cultural competency there. And she's bringing that with her to Syria. And she's draining their medical resources. And waste of a needle. And has the audacity to comment on if they have AC or not. In a country where they have to ration energy throughout the day.
Beds left, so I sat on a chair, but that was fine for me. I don't need a bed.
Did you guys catch that?
They took me back to like an intensive care unit area. How do you see? There weren't any beds left, so I sat on a chair, but that was fine for me. I don't need a bed.
Good, but also terrible. They did not have any beds left. Are you understanding that? Like, they did not have any beds left. In the emergency room in Syria, all of the beds were being used up, 100% guaranteed, not by people like her, not by people that are a drain on all of the resources, probably people that were actual in dire need and needed the hospital. Then she waltzes in, hey, I basically, my husband smuggled me into this country. I don't need to be here. I could be in Canada where, I could be getting healthcare there because that's my country. But I'm here putting a drain on your resources. Fix me. And of course, this is her exploiting Arab hospitality once again, in the same way that she does with Salah's family. Because they're not going to refuse her. They're going to help her before they help themselves, because that is what Arabs do. That's Arab hospitality. There were no beds left because they were in use for actual real emergencies. And she had the audacity to walk in because she was tired, because her whole life has just been shoveling food down her gullet, not taking care of herself, using hard drugs online, putting herself in terrible situations that were awful for her health. She made those choices. And she also chose to come back to Syria. And she's choosing to sit around all day and not help anyone. She's choosing to find a Syrian girl that has Down syndrome, exploit her online, take money that was meant for her, and go on a trip. In the context of all of that, I don't care what happens to her, honestly. And that could be controversial, but I don't care. Like, it's so ridiculous.
Brought out a huge oxygen tank. I did some kind of nebulizer treatment.
A waste of oxygen.
And gave me oxygen nebulizer, a specialty
wasted on her. Let it be clear, I think the oxygen was wasted on her.
doctor did come in for the heart and stuff. Listen to my heart, my lungs. I had a chest x-ray, EKG, all that stuff. D-dimer, which they test for blood.
The irony of frantically eating this food after this just happened to her, after this medical scare, that is proving my point. These things are happening to her. She's draining resources. She's putting a strain on the medical system in Syria, and she's continuing with her lifestyle.
Whenever I would sit, it would be better, but I had a really bad headache. So I want to travel back to Syria to get care and be with my husband, take care.
She said it. She just said, I wanted to travel back to Syria to get healthcare. So she admitted it. She intentionally wanted to come to Syria to use their healthcare because it's cheaper. Exploitation, that's what she's doing. She's exploiting people's kindness, generosity, hospitality. She's exploiting the economic situation in Syria because she can benefit from it because she knows they're not going to turn her away. And you know who I blame slightly more than her is her husband. Ahmad. That's what we call someone like that in Arabic. Ahmad, a donkey. And honestly, that's offensive to donkeys because donkeys are more lovable than his ass. He's Syrian. He's like what we call Ibn al-Balad. He's like a son of the country. How does he not feel some type of way? Knowing her, he knows her background more than anyone else, more than anyone in the hospital, more than his family members, more than his neighbors. He knows her backstory. He knows how terrible her choices have been leading up to this moment. And he's allowing her to go to a hospital when she's just feeling tired and to put a strain on the hospital that is used to treat people from his country, potentially his family members, potentially his neighbors, potentially his friends, potentially people that he grew up with. He's Ahmad.
Me, I didn't want to go to a hospital in Qatar alone. I don't have insurance. From now on, I need travel insurance for these things. But I was stupid, didn't have any.
You're stupid for a lot of reasons, Chantal. And not having travel insurance is like lowest, absolutely lowest on that list.
With my health issues, I have to. So I was afraid of going there, but I came home, made it. And I don't know what they did. They gave me something in an IV, like a bunch of things. They gave me an injection. And I think it was some kind of like antibiotic. I don't know. But anyway, I'm on antibiotics. I'm on my metformin. I'm on some meds to help take care of, basically they think I'm just sick with an infection. And that, whatever they put in the IV got rid of my headache, pretty much. It was like some kind of like a headache medicine. So that got rid of it. And I felt better. Like I just started working on the house. And now I just feel pretty much back to my old self.
No, she didn't start working on the house. We saw what she did in the days after this. She was live streaming. She was sitting around in the same outfit, shoveling food, getting food ordered to her house, smoking shisha. We know what you were doing because you live streamed it.
Thank God, because I was in a bad way just the day before. Couldn't make it to the bathroom. It's so weird. So maybe I was just sick because, for me, I don't know what it was, but, I'm just happy that it wasn't something too serious. Yeah. That's not the call to prayer, but...
The frantic triple bites are just peak irony right now.
People make announcements publicly. So, anyway. So, whatever they did, because I was skeptical, I was like, I'm not coughing. Like, I've never had bronchitis without a cough. But I don't think it's like bronchitis in the way we think, like normally, like you have a really bad cough and stuff. It's just maybe like a...
Can you imagine? I just want you as a viewer to imagine this. And maybe it's difficult to imagine it in a country and a culture that's very distant from you, and that's okay. But maybe if you can try to think about it in the context of like the height of COVID, right? Where you or, a family member really would have needed medical care. Like if something went down, like you needed to be in a hospital and you go and there's no bed. You have a legitimate emergency or a family member of yours has a legitimate emergency. You are from that community. You have been living there. You've been paying taxes. You've been working. You're a contributing member to society, to that community. You're going to the hospital or you're taking a loved one to the hospital because of a genuine emergency. No beds. Sorry. No beds. Why? Because someone that shouldn't be there, that is not from that culture and not from that space, has never contributed anything, shows up, has a non-emergency, is about to die allegedly, but really it's a non-emergency because of their own like bad choices because of their own laziness. That's why there's no bed for you. Imagine how that would feel like. And to take it like another step further, it's one thing to imagine that in your city or in your town where you can like drive out somewhere else. Like that would suck to have to go further for medical care. Imagine if the reality of that situation was not restricted to your town or your city, but it was the country. You lived in a country where medical resources were scarce because it had just exited the civil war, because of hyperinflation, because of the Assad regime, because of the fact that your country is being bombed by a neighboring country.
An inflammation caused by some kind of infection, you know, so. So whatever the case, whatever I was worried about came back negative, so that's good. Got the full panel done. My chest x-ray was clear. Lungs looking healthy, thank God, so mashallah. This is a really big falafel, that's why you just need one.
Does Salah not have sisters or cousins that can like cuss him out? Because what is he doing? Like,
I finished mine and I'm full.
Your falafel? They loaded up. Really good. Very common breakfast here in the Middle East. You know, it's staple.
Did it sound like on your eyes?
Shway, but I'm almost done my video, so. Anyways, guys, I know a lot of you don't watch my live streams, but I usually update you guys on stuff right away on there. So yes, I know in the thumbnail I wore that ugly shirt, the same one I wore to the last time I was in the hospital. I don't know. I need clothes, but I don't.
Emergency.
Yeah, emergency. I don't want to just buy clothes. I want to lose some weight first, you know? And then maybe get a new wardrobe.
On a list of things that will never happen, her losing weight.
What a responsible woman.
Thank you, babe. And thanks for taking me for falafel and slush. Like,
all right, that Ahmad in the background can shut up because like I've just about had it with him.
you promised.
The AC in the car.
AC, yeah. So, anyways, I guess.
Always on my walks, you know.
Anyways, guys, so I guess I'll finish my breakfast. I'm very happy because I really thought I was dying, and you know, but I feel healthier when I'm in Syria. I don't know if it's obviously I don't have access to order junk. I'm more active. I sweat more toxins out. I just live a more natural life. I'm outside more, getting fresh air, not just in the AC all the time. And that's all I can say, guys. So thank you so much. But I did enjoy my little trip to Qatar. I love Qatar. It's a beautiful country. And yeah, anyway, see you later, guys. Masalama.
In conclusion, Chantal, you're terrible. No one feels bad for you. You bought this onto yourself. You are exploiting the kindness of the culture and country you're in. You are a strain on their resources and their medical system. And your fake husband is a Ahmar and a khunja. Yeah, ask him to translate that for you.